Okay, YouTube. This is the second video I'm making on the CRF250L. I just wanted to go into a little bit more depth of some of the mods that I have on it. So I guess we can start with the exhaust. It's a FMF exhaust at the Q4 slip-on rear pipe, and it has the FMF Mega Bomb header on it, and I have a carbon fiber shield on it that I found on eBay. Came from England. It was very hard to find a shield that gave it good coverage because that gets very hot and you do not want that dropping on your leg and getting stuck. So I found that on eBay. It comes from England. You could probably Google it. It's called Pro Carbon Racing. Okay, so some of the things on this side, put a carbon fiber frame protector there, and that helps keep the frame protected from your boots. See, I upgraded the foot pegs with Fastway stainless steel foot pegs with interchangeable, I guess, what do you call them, studs that come out of them. Okay, and then on this side of the bike we also have a Flatland Racing aluminum skid plate, which if you're going to be in the woods, it's a must-have. This one's nice. It flares out on each side to protect the engine, and I highly recommend one like this or something similar. Little bit of extras on this side. There's the brake clevis here. That's Zeta. I got the Zeta clutch cable bracket in here. You can see that. Okay, the Zeta oil fill cap, the oil filter cover, the Zeta brake, and the reason I liked it is because it's spring, so if you hit something, a branch, it'll spring back. So that's why I put that on there. That's helpful so you don't break, that off. Okay, and there's little things on here like the red hardware I have on it. Okay, the wheels are DID Dirt Star rims with Callan hubs. Okay, I got black rims, red hubs, red splined nipples, and stainless steel spokes. A company called Dubai built them. They did a very nice job building them for me. So that's where I had my rims made from. Here where I live in New Jersey, I had the front shocks rebuilt with Race Tech components, the gold valves, and the Race Tech springs that go in here. Stock 250Ls only come with a spring on one side. So the kit includes the other spring, gold valves, and some other parts, and it improves the front handling. And the bike also has the Race Tech rear shock absorber on it. Let's see if we can get a shot. As you hear my dog barking. But that's the Race Tech rear shock. They custom build it to your weight, your riding style, and the suspension upgrades I found to be one of the best upgrades, on here. I don't have the covers off now, but there's a K&N air filter in here. I took off the top snorkel because that opens up the top of the air filter and lets a little bit more air in. And then the side cover of the air filter has, I think, 5 plugs in it with foam inserts, and then you put oil in the foam, and that lets more air into the air box. So it's the K&N filter with a drilled out air box, and CRFsOnly.com sells that kit with a brand new factory Honda air filter cover and the inserts to go in it, so you don't have to drill out your factory air box cover. So that's what I did with that. Okay, so we got the suspension, the exhaust, the air box, skid plates, Front of the bike, we're running a an LED headlight bulb, okay, and that is what's the name of that? I can't think of the name of it, but we have I think double take mirrors with ram mounts, so you can fold them down and in, or you could just take them right off here and ride without them, throw them in your backpack, that way they don't smack trees. Another good mod is the hand protectors. So you have those, and there's two ways they hook on. You can get a bracket. They come with brackets that go on the handlebars, but they twist easy if you were to fall. So I have the brackets that mount directly on the upper triple tray. These are Zeta parts. Okay, so it makes them much stronger when you hook them onto the upper triple tray mount like that. There's no twisting if you were to fall on it. Very durable. Okay, so we got all that for protection. And on this side, we do have the silicone hoses, and they're nice to have if you're riding in the woods. If they get hit by sticks or stones, they won't cut or tear easily. Okay, so you got some more red accessories here, and that is for looks more, but the front sprocket cover, okay, that is a functional piece because the plastic cover that comes on it holds mud and dirt and debris in there. So once you have this one on here, you know, when you come home and clean the bike, you can hose that front sprocket area out, get all the garbage out of there and keep it cleaned, and, you know, put your chain lube in there and everything. Okay, so the shifter I have has a folding foot peg on it, which it did not come with. This is, I bought it new from Honda. It comes off of a different Honda bike. You can Google it. I think it's a dirt bike, a 150 dirt bike, and it fits perfect on this bike. I forget which model, but you could Google that and find out. But that's a Honda part. I did not like the aftermarket parts for it, but I wanted that Honda with the folding foot peg on it. And again, you got the stainless steel foot pegs. Okay. And again, another carbon fiber frame protector. All right, now the chain and sprockets I'm using Renthal chains and sprockets. Now I changed the front sprocket from 14 to a 13, and the rear sprocket I changed from a, oh boy, 44 to a 42, I believe. And it has a Renthal gold chain, O-ring chain on it, and you got to keep them lubricated and cleaned for them to you know, last longer. Okay, so now with the exhaust and the air filter mod, I have an EJK fuel injector programmer under the seat. That way it will adjust the air fuel mixture for the fuel injector, so it runs properly when you do those mods. And you know, without that, the mods don't do too much. So when you put that EJK fuel injector programmer in, you can customize it to whatever accessories you put on your engine, you know, to compensate for the new parts. It's like carbureted motorcycles. When you put exhausts on, you used to have to rejet them. So this is for fuel injected. It's computerized. Okay, so the rear of the bike, I put a Fender Eliminator Kit on. It has the brake light, the small LED brake light, turn signals. You can actually get the same tail light with a turn signal incorporated into the brake light, so you don't even have to have these side turn signals on it. But I like the side turn signals. I like the way they look better. So I have the same turn signals on the front of the bike, took off the stock ones. They're narrower, and I just think they look a little bit nicer. The front headlight bulb is called an OPT7, OPT7. That's the brand of the LED headlight I have in the front. It's fan cooled and it's super, super bright. I do have one other mod, the Speedometer Calibrator from 12 O'Clock Labs. So you can calibrate the speedometer for different size tires and wheels, so you can calibrate it so your speedometer is always going to be correct. And another thing that I did to the bike to give it a little bit more power, which I could notice when I did it, was the emissions canister. Very easy to take off, and only a couple of hoses. You have one hose that goes to the top of the head. You pull that hose, put a rubber plug on it. There's another hose on the air box that you pull off and cap. There's a drain hose that came out of the canister that goes down to the bottom of the bike. And then there's another air vent hose from the fuel tank. So all I did was cap the other ones, took the hose off the gas tank breather hose and connected it with a connector, a small connector right here, to the drain hose. So that's how the fuel tank has its breather drain vent. So instead of going into the canister. So now you got an open area in the bike, makes things easier to work on, and it definitely did give it a little bit more power. The big thing for power is change your gears. Running 1342s on here is absolutely phenomenal. You're not going to get great highway speed if you're going to plan on riding on the highway. I mean, I can ride at 65, 70. You're cranking up there on the RPMs, but in the woods, you are going to have so much power in the woods, and especially if you put a good set of rubber on it. The back is a Dunlop AT81. I have the same tire for the front, but right now I have a Pirelli on it. The front is a Pirelli Scorpion XC. I like the Dunlops better. So when I put the new front tire, the Dunlop, I'm going to get a new AT81 for the back. Because I do ride it on the road and it gets worn down quick. So we'll put a new one of those on the back as well. I think I covered most of the mods that I put on it. I did put a Garmin GPS, a Montana 610, and I downloaded satellite imagery for when you're in the woods. If you're not sure which direction you're going, you can always find out. Never had to use it, but it's nice to know it's there. I keep my GoPro mounted on part of the mirror mount, and that way it keeps it nice and stable. I don't like wearing it on the helmet. I think that's pretty much the main mods that I have on this bike. And I'll tell you, it's great for riding in the woods, especially with the tires. Stock tires are not good in the woods, and the gearing on the bike. And skid plate, if you're going in the woods, absolutely necessary. The hand guards are great, protects your hands from bushes, so shrubs and branches. So that's another great mod. So a lot of fun to ride. It's not a KTM, but it is very reliable, and the resale value, you go to sell it, you definitely will get your money back. But that's it for now. I am planning on I have some old riding footage, but I'm going to try to get some new riding footage, live riding footage, and put on the channel, so you can watch some riding where I go, single track dirt ride, dirt trail riding, So I'll try to get that put on for you guys. Okay, that's it for today. Like it if you watch the video, subscribe, and I'll try to get some more videos up for you. Thanks for watching.